So I'm just going to talk about some random stuff. Well, it's not really random. So we've got the internet. It's a web, basically, and it's connected. Like almost like microscopic elements. And so wherever we are in the world, we connect with other things, other people. We can think of it even as a sort of three-dimensional expanding pattern or shape, you know, expanding out in all three directions. I always think of the internet like this in a visual, almost sculptural form, sculptural way. And things are amazing. Thinking of it this way, you've got you here and you're linked to people here, but you can still be linked to somebody here through different parts of the network in the internet. So, we really do live in amazing times. It's almost like the internet is so vast, huge, and chaotic now. It's like a giant brain with all these neurons firing and everything like that. And I just wanted to say is that I'm just recording this ad lib at the moment. And this is going straight now. I'm gonna have to take it to this. Yeah. So like on the internet we've got, for example, Twitter. That's an example, or Facebook. And on these sites we tend to sit there promoting what we're interested in, or spending hours and hours scrolling down Facebook looking at different things on Facebook. But is that really a good thing? I don't know. But I find that, especially let's take Facebook as an example, and Twitter, that we just scan the surface. So we're kind of like just surfing on the top of things. So the information's really deep, but we just look at something for 1 second, then jump to another thing and another thing and another thing. It's usually humorous things on Facebook. So what I think is good is the internet has got this amazing capability of this neural network thing. But at the moment, the things like Facebook and Twitter, I think, are only we're only surface skimming. Yeah, there must be some way that we can use links on the internet to go really, really deep into whatever we're looking at. For example, let me see, what could I think of? I'd think about, let's say something about, the creative process. So there might be something on Twitter, and Twitter is Twitter, yeah. So the name Twitter evokes what it does. It's lots of twittering, and often it can be a bit inane. So if somebody says on Twitter, puts on a meme, which for those of you who don't know, it's like a thought thing. So like they could say something really cheesy, like creativity is let your don't be afraid to release your creativity. So that basically means nothing. And what I'm trying to say is that this can get quite annoying. These thoughts, they're very superficial. And that leads me to the next point I want to make. I'm just going to rub some stuff out. Just get I'm using Sketchbook Pro, by the way, so if anyone's interested, get that nice thick hard rubber, and it will rub out immediately like this. Oh, look at that. That's great, isn't it? I really should be using a pen or something here as well, so it's more clear. So it leads me to think of what I'm going to say now, which is basically that we don't the internet is a superficial thing a lot of the time, and we've got a lot of depth to it as well. It could be fathomed, and it leads me on to, you get a lot of sites, and I know that a lot of them are very helpful, and the things like, well, it's called, earn money passively, it's like, and a lot of people are drawn to these sites, and yeah, they have very good tips and things on, but at the end of the day, not everybody is going to be that number 1%, that earns even a professional salary. I mean, I don't know if there are statistics on it, but here's like a pyramid, and that's like the 1%, like the 1% of the rich people in the world, and then below that is the rest of everybody else. So these sites, although they give really good tips and advice, as well as some of these books about working not that long during the week and using a lot of efficiency, these people are selling that, yeah. So the very optimistic books. And another thing that annoys me about this is it's about money, yeah, money. I would much rather earn less money and do what I want to do, namely creativity and art, than trying to earn loads of money doing something I wouldn't want to do either online or in the physical world. So that's one thing that annoys me about these 1%, not these one, but these books. So I've got two things here to round up. So we've got the apparent shallowness of the internet, and how we could go somehow get deeper levels into the internet, and then these, all these people trying to tell you how to earn, all this money online. So this shallowness in both of these factors, in a way, needs to be ignored a lot, and we need to look deeper into connections, online, offline. We need to perhaps cut down. Yeah, this is a good word. Cut down. So we need to cut down on our information. We're getting an information overload. So to round up, I would suggest that we need to cut down on all this information. So what do you think? Do you agree? Do you think we're getting an information overload and too many peddlers of how to get rich, and not enough people telling us about interesting things, productive things, resourceful things? So what do you think? Or do you disagree with me? Okay, so that's that, and let's speak about this.